your small ball, your Pilates ball, nice and squishy. Start with your shoulders down and just give a little rocking back and forth. I feel like I'm standing on an angle with where my TV is. That's okay. Give a little rocking back and forth and just find that foundation to the floor. You can have your legs a little wider than sits bones. And then go ahead and just roll it down to the floor. Press that ball into the floor. Let your tailbone go heavy. Let your head go heavy. And slowly peel vertebrae by vertebrae. Stretch that up. And as you pull it behind, just give me a little tricep push in the back. And then bring it all the way up again. Peel it down vertebrae by vertebrae. Go ahead and squat down. Tailbone head heavy. And then slowly drift up again. Reach that arm. Give a little tricep press behind your head. And go one more time. Coming all the way down, bend the knees, hips, ankles, fold it right down nice and deep, and then fold all the way up. And then on this one, take your hands behind, keeping them here. Just lift your heart a little bit and bring it back. So we're looking for that little extension through the rib cage and to neutral. Let's go 2 more, and back, and last one. And back, step wide and passive, come all the way down, press the ball down, stay down here, and just give a little spiral. Now, if you're not getting enough kind of support from the ball, take your hands to the floor, or if you want to get those hands and wrists warmed up a little bit, bring the hands to the floor. As you do this one, articulate up onto the toes, spin through the knees, and just get everything getting a little bit of heat going. Inhale, exhale. And then stay nice and round, slowly roll all the way up. Reach that little ball. Again, put it behind the head. Lift the heart, open it up. Bring it back into center and then reach to the sky. From here, you're just going to reach it forward. Pull that into the abdomen, round your spine. So tuck it right into your tummy, round your spine and come all the way forward over it. So as you're doing this, you're going to tuck that tailbone under and just let your arms dangle. And just give a couple really big back breaths here. Inhale into the nose. Exhale, mouth. 2 more. A really big breath. 1 more time. And then slowly start to peel up. Reach that up again. Take it behind the head. Give me that extension back. Open it up. Bring it all the way through. And 1 more roll all the way down. But keep your legs in parallel. And just straighten out those legs for the stretch here. Let your head dangle. Whoop, I think that's Darlene coming on there. And go ahead and get that nice little stretch in the back of the legs. Inhale, exhale here. And then bend the knees quite deep. Roll the spine. And on this one, we're going to bring it up on one side. Lift the heart. Come all the way down. Exchange it behind your legs. Inhale, bring it up. Lift the heart. And then reach, bring it all the way down, and then switch directions on the ball. Lengthen it up, lift the heart, switch the arms, bring it all the way down. So we're just looking at that nice articulation here, guys. 1 more time, and come all the way down, and then just come up through center, roll those shoulders. Reach one arm, other arm is dangling. Take that ball over the side, lean your hip in opposition, peek to the floor, and just give me a little stir of the pot here. Nice big inhale, exhale. And then go ahead and stir the other direction. Really actively reach that top arm. And then let that body fold down, come through the center, switch hands here. Inhale, come all the way up. And then side lateral the other direction. Go ahead and stretch that. Let this arm dangle. Little stir of the pot. Pull your abs up and in. Breathe into that back breath, you guys. And then go ahead, stir the other direction. And then in this position, you're going to fold forward, come all the way down, and then just roll the spine, roll those shoulders. So go ahead and find yourself towards the end of your mat. Just a couple squats here. Find yourself into a parallel shoulder width distance. Sorry, guys, can't get my words out. And then reach it forward and pull it in. So we're just going to press that and bring it in. Push your hips as if you're trying to sit down on something behind you. Press and draw in. Let's go 4 more. And 4. Nice and powerful. And 3. Neutral spine, neutral pelvis. Last 2. Now go ahead and stay down here. Bring the arms in a little tighter. Lean forward a little bit. Lift your heels. Lower your heels. Find that balance point. Lift the heels. Lower the heels. If you need a chair or something to hold on to, go ahead. Go 2 more little lifts. Little lift. and lower, and last time, little lift and lower. Press that ball down to the floor, extend the legs, drop the head down, and just give that a little inversion. Just give that head a little noodle side to side. Bend your knees, roll your spine, come all the way up, roll those shoulders, and bring your feet more parallel, sits bones. Take the ball and just kind of place it forward a little bit, hopefully somewhere where it's not going to roll away on you. And we'll just do a little bit of movement here. Reach it up, come around the corner, find your hands on the floor, and walk your hands out. In 4, 3, bring your knees down on 2 and 1. Find yourself in a nice strong 4-point stance, uncurl the toes. Let's go sternum drop. Drop down, push away. So you're just moving through the scapula here. Your abs are drawn in, and you're just finding those shoulder blades, finding a little bit of movement. Go inhale, exhale. The spine is neutral. Last time, push away, stay pushed away. Go into angry cat. Tuck your tailbone around your spine. Exhale. Inhale as you sit your heels back towards your booty, or your booty towards your heels. Reach those arms forward. Give a little no in the neckline. And then come back up into angry cat. Push out through the tailbone. Lengthen into your cow. Tailbone and head come high. Let's go again. Exhale, round, hollowing into flexion. Inhale, sit back, really try and round. Walk your fingertips forward, feel that little stretch through your lats. And then come right back rounded. Go through neutral, into your cow, and then back into your neutral alignment. Grab that ball, sneak it between your inner thighs. So kind of knees maybe slightly higher so it's just off the floor. Curl your toes under so you're getting that nice little pins and needles. Sit back into your pins and needles. That stretch out those big toes, you guys. All right, so try not to sickle your ankle. Sit back, feel the stretch, and then just come forward into your 4-point. Let's go again. Sit back, feel the stretch. Push into that so you actually get a little push and stretch onto the back of the foot. And bring it forward. Stay in the 4-point stance. Little squeeze on the ball. Lift an inch for your short plank 1. Hold it here for 5. 4. Remember, if you have any wrist issues, you can go up on an ottoman or couch. 3, 2, and lower. Uncurl the toes. Paddle out those feet a little bit. And then reach the arms forward and sink back. So as you sink back here, slide that ball, if it doesn't bother your abdomen, right tucked in and fold over. It'll be a bit more aggressive than the standing forward breathing was. And then find that big breath into your back muscles, really opening up the back with your breath because of that ball kind of pushing in there. One more big breath. And then drop your tailbone heavy towards your heels. Peel it all the way up. And again, if that's hard on the knees, peel straight up. Slide that ball in between, and we're going into our plank again. So come into your 4-point stance, draw your abs in, curl your toes under, and then lift an inch. So now we're going to squeeze the ball between the knees for 5. Exhale, squeeze, squeeze. Let's go. 4, 3, 2, hold a little squeeze. Take the knees off to one direction. Keep your shoulders towards the front. Inhale, bring it back. Exhale, other direction. Inhale, bring it back. Couple more. Rotate and center. Rotate and center. One more time each way. Rotate and center. Last time. Rotate and center. Let the ball drop out. Lift up, and you can go child's pose if you don't like this. Lift up and find your down dog. Come out of your shoulders a bit and push your heels back behind you. Just paddle that out, pushing those heels down towards the floor. Shoulders away from your ears, fingers spread out nicely on that mat. Push both heels down and drop into your shoulders a little deeper. Now, if this is too aggressive, come out of the shoulders, lift the heels, bend the knees a bit, right? Otherwise, we're dropping into those shoulders. Give a little no in the neckline. Draw those abs up and in. And then rise up and bring yourself all the way down. Just watch the ball as you come down. Bring that ball in again. Tuck it into the corner for a moment. Bring your hands what feels too far forward. And pull yourself all the way forward to uncurl the toes. Now, if you've got really tight back, I'm a little tight today, I'm going to go down to the elbows first. If you're okay from the hands, go ahead. Relax your booty, relax your abs, and just go ahead into just a little bit of a floppy push-up, feeling that movement in your spine, and gently come down. Let's go again. Maybe you can come a little higher. Keep the movement in the spine. Pubic bone stays down, right? So it's not a swan. We're not pulling up and in. We're allowing the movement to occur. One more time. Lengthen it up. We will come back to this and bring it down. Now take your arms into Sphinx. So bring your hands to make 11s. Reach the legs parallel and open as comfortable. Draw your abs up. So instead of letting that kind of drop down, draw up on the abs, pull down with the shoulders. And if the vision's okay, take the vision up so you're looking straight ahead. So abs are drawn in, and let's find a few cycles of breath here, you guys. Really expand the rib cage. 2 more big breaths. Just waking up those back extensors. 1 more. And then turn your elbows out. Let it come all the way down. Bring your hands in tight. Push. Curl the toes. Lift and go back into your paddle. Just stretch that out. Paddle through the feet. Gentle drawing of the abs. And then drop those heels. Walk your hands into your feet. In 4, 3, bend the knees when you need to, you guys. On 2 and 1, if that ball is close, go ahead and grab it. And then bend the knees, drop the tailbone, curl the spine. Come all the way up. Give a little wiggle up here. If you want to do that nice big stretch, go ahead. Hands down, center heart. So we're going to step nice and big forward with one leg. I chose my left. I'm going to square up my hips. The ball is in my right hand. So the back leg. And then I'm going to reach and press. So as you come forward, if you've got anything going on with the back foot, you've got some balance stuff happening, you can put the heel down. If you can get up on the back ball of foot and keep that back leg long and straight, do so. Lunge into the front leg and come out. Let's go 4. See if you can straighten out your front leg as you push away to tall stand. 2 more. And 1. Now stay slightly down. Take your back leg in a little bit. I tapped you in the sternum bone. Stand tall. So reaching from the sky, pull down and come up. I have no balance tonight. Pull down and come up. There it is. Go 4. And 3. And 2. And then stay down. Little tuck of the tailbone. Reach the arms. Drop the shoulders. Let's bow and arrow. So rotate to the back leg. Bring it back. Exhale, rotate. Inhale, center. Rib, rib, hip, hip, stay square. The rest of the body is rotating. Thoracic and cervical. One more time. Rotate. Bring it all the way back. And go ahead and let that leg gently come down. Uncurl the toes and take that foot a little farther forward into your stretch. You can just let that ball just kind of go off to the side. Push your hands into your hip. If it feels good, reach the arms. Still feels good, you can grab that leg, flex the foot, and go a little deeper into that stretch. Cycle your breath here. Pull your shoulders open, lift your heart. Beautiful, you guys. Slowly let go of that. Take this front knee out to the side into lateral, and then pull forward and deepen into that lateral rotation. Now, if this feels good, you can stay on the hands. If you can go a little deeper to your elbows, inch your way down there, go right ahead. Couple inhales, exhales. And then if you're working and it feels okay, you can take this hand, rotate to that front leg, and get a little gecko as you peekaboo to the sky. Cycle the breath, inhale, exhale. Go 1 more big breath for me. Bring that hand down to the floor, pivot this foot back into parallel, and just shift your hips back. From here, just get a little point and flex on that front foot, you guys. Inhale, exhale as you go. Abs are drawn in. We're just getting a little hamstring pull. Both hands to the inside of the front leg. Bring that all the way around. Find your 4-point stance. Don't worry about your ball. Curl your toes. Lift. And let's go ahead and paddle there a little bit. And then we're going to start with the other foot forward. So walk your hands to your feet. 4, 3, all the way in on 2 and 1. Bend and fold up. Relax the shoulders, and let's step forward with the opposite foot. Now, as you step forward, go ahead and scoop that ball up. Square up your hips. Wow, balance is a challenge tonight. Go ahead and square that up. Take your time. Up on that back ball of foot. Bend and press. So we're going to reach and pull. When you're coming forward into this leg, try and take your chest down with it. Don't drop into flexion, but have that weight go forward into that leg so you get a bit more weight happening there. It makes it a little more challenging. Let's go 4 more. 4, try and go to straight, and 3, and 2, and 1. Now hold it part way down. Bring your back leg in, tuck it, and let's reach from the sky. Down and up. Draw those abs in. Watch your weight isn't going way over that front knee. Go 4 more. Think straight down to the earth. 3 more. Nice, you guys. 2, and then stay down. Give me a small tuck. Get your shin as parallel to the floor as you can, and let's bow and arrow that front arm. Exhale. Inhale, you're rotating to the back leg and then to the front again. 3 more. And 2, maybe go a little deeper. And 1, all the way back to center. Lower that down. Uncurl the toe. Get that front foot a little farther forward. And again, you can just sneak that ball off somewhere that you can grab it after. Push into those hips. If that feels good, reach back, grab with one, grab with the other. Inhale, exhale there, whatever feels comfortable for you guys. Lift that heart, get a good stretch in there. And then pike your hips back, slowly drop the ball of foot. Oh, no, I forgot lateral rotation. Let go of that, laterally rotate out that front leg. Come down to the hands if that feels good. Gently go down to the elbows. Couple inhales, exhales for me. And if that's still working for you, place that hand in the knee and give that rotation looking towards the sky. Couple really big breaths here, you guys. Inhale, exhale. De-rotate, hands go back down. Push your hips back, line that foot up straight in line with the hip, and just add a little rocking back and forth, point flex through the ankle. Stretch down into that hamstring. One more little breath here. Both hands to the front. Bring that leg all the way around. And go ahead and grab that ball one more time. Slide it to the inner thigh. So walk your hands what feels too far forward. You can stay on the knees if you want, or you're going to curl the toes. We're going to press up into plank. All right, so press that up. You've got a little squeeze happening on the ball. And start that pouncing cat for me. So down and through. Now, if you're not comfortable with this, you're on your knees. Inhale, exhale. Whether you're on your knees or your hands, you're in a supported spine. Let's go 4 more. And 4. And 3. Last 2. And 1. Stay in the forward, nice and tall, either on the knees or on the toes. And breathe. Little tuck of the tailbone. Hold for 5. 4. 3. 2. Let the ball drop out. And then press into your down dog one more time. Walk your feet towards your hands this time, all the way in. Bend the knees if you need to. Kind of ragdoll down there a bit. Grab hold of that ball and just peel as you come all the way to tall. Give a little wiggle up here. Find yourself in passive position, passive squat, so lateral rotation. Come right down into a big booty squat. Now, if you have a hard floor, you may not want to roll down. If you're okay with it, go ahead and give me a little roll, and then come back up into tall sit. Beautiful. So extend those legs out. Place the ball quite high up into the inner thigh, and bring your legs close enough that you can feel that ball getting squeezed a little bit. Now, if it's hard to sit tall, wrap up your mat or sit up on a box. Take the arms out to the side and let's do our spine twist. So sitting nice and tall, inhale, rotate. Inhale, rotate. Inhale, rotate a bit more, look to the backhand. Exhale, center. Inhale, rotate, other way. Inhale, rotate. Inhale, rotate, look to the backhand. Exhale, center. One more time each way, guys. Inhale, rotate. As you're doing this, really mindful, you're not getting shorter with the leg, the direction you're turning. And center, last time, inhale, rotate. Inhale, rotate. Rotate a bit more, look to the backhand. Exhale, center. Float that down, relax those shoulders. Go ahead and scooch the bum towards the front. So get towards the front. Reach your legs out. Ball is in your hands. You're going to start with a good scoop off the sits bones. Drag your legs up, and you're just holding the ball for right now. Find that nice kind of rolling like a ball position, and then reach the arms out and sit tall. Beautiful, nice and tall. Now we're going to scoop off, round, drag the legs up, hold the ball in the center, big rounded back, and then scooch the legs back into long and sit tall. One more time, scoop. This time we're going to stay back there. Pull the legs up, slide that ball. The higher, the easier, the lower, the harder. So if I put it down here by my booty and hug my heels into it, I'm in a really tight rolling like a ball. If that's too tight, you put it more into the knee joint, and then it's a little more forgiving. So from here, we're just going to do a little sacral rock. So you're going to roll back off your sits bones a little bit and inhale forward. Exhale, roll back a little bit. Inhale forward. One more time. It's a very small movement. And then on this one, we're going to go ahead and roll all the way back. So tailbone to the sky, and then freeze, put on your brakes. Beautiful. Inhale, tailbone to sky, and freeze. Really watch you're not throwing your head to get back there, that you're engaging the abdominals a little stronger to initiate the movement. Give me one more. Scoop, go back, and hold high. Extend the legs out, take that ball out, and put that ball into the small of the back. So I'm just going to back up here a little bit. And from here, find it just into the small of the back, bend your knees to 90 degrees and scoop to go back. Now what I find is traditionally the bender ball is taught to be stuck really close in so that you can sit tall. The only problem is if I have a long torso or if I feel like I need more support from the ball, if I tuck it in too tight, it's not going to give me support. So if you need to pull it out a little bit to feel like it's giving you more support in your back, please do so. So from here, my legs are sits bones, and I'm just going to scoop the abdominals and roll back onto the ball. If I want to, I can grab behind, but I'm thinking of hollowing the abdomen and keeping my chin just slightly tucked in. From here, I'm just going to drop back and come up. So don't think kind of arch and curl. Open your torso and just crunch it in. So there's no arch going. We're finding neutral and crunching up. Neutral and crunch. Let's go 4 and press. And 3, little breath out. And 2. And 1. And then on this one, come all the way up. You can fold the heels together and drop forward. Or if it feels better to put your hands behind your back and extend open, go into beach pose. So either you're kind of in a diamond roll back forward or you're beach pose open. If you want to straighten out those legs and paddle out the hip flexor, go ahead. Hamstrings will kind of paddle on the ground. Hip flexors will just get a little opener. From here, we're going to scoop, get that ball back into place again. Hands just by the edge. Behind the knees, take an inhale, scoop the abdominals, roll back onto that ball. So hollow, don't throw your chin forward, just nice and soft. Arms are reaching. Without watching the arm, just reach one arm out to the side. Watch you don't twist your pelvis and bring it back. And then reach the other side. Really watch on this one, you guys. You're not flat backed, right? You're scooped. So go ahead and pull the arm open and bring it back. Don't let your pelvis go. And then pull the other side and bring it back. So we're going to change this. We're going to roll back a little bit and watch it as we open. Go as far as you can. And then exhale, come up a little bit. So we're going into oblique 1. We roll it back and we exhale up. Let's go 3 more. Open and up and open and up. Last one on each side. Inhale, open. Exhale, crunch, ribs closer to hips. One more time. Inhale, open. Exhale, crunch. And again, you can fold forward or straighten out the legs, beach pose. Whatever feels comfortable, just coming out of that lower back a little bit. So I'm just doing a little articulation myself. I've put my hands behind and I'm just sort of going from posterior to anterior tilt. And as I do the anterior tilt, I'm really opening my chest, just to get a little bit of movement happening in that spine. Opposite of where we're curling, right? So go ahead and bring those feet back. We're going to do one more set. We're going to change it a bit. So this is our oblique 2. Exhale, roll off your sits bones, reach the arm. Now stay back here, bring it to center. Open the other direction and then sit up tall. So we're going to exhale, roll back, stay here. Bring the arm to center. Open the other direction. Bring it to center and return. One more time. Exhale, open. Center, staying back here. Open. Center and lift. And last time. Exhale, open, reach the opposite direction. Stay back here in your abdominals. And then open the other way. And then bring it all the way out. Beautiful. Move that ball more between the shoulder blades and gently come down. Let your hips open right up so your legs can be straight or bent. And then just lift your heart and let that open over the ball. Now, if this is really tight on the neckline, you need a pillow or something underneath your head. All right, we want to let the head go, and we just want to get some snow angels. So I'm going to reach my arms over my head, feel the expansion of my chest, and exhale, circle round. So I'm just moving through those arms and circling. Reverse your directions, open, and let the arms come all the way, making 11s down to the floor. One more time, open, and down to the floor. Now on this one, get your legs more parallel, reaching comfortable or bent if you feel you need to. Circle, widen around. And as your arms come over, cervical nod, bring the ribs closer to the hips and round, reach. So we're going to go back and open. And then exhale and curl up. So thoracic is getting a nice rounding as we come up. Go 2 more. And exhale, round. And we are going to leave that ball on this last one. So let's go roll ups. So go ahead and reach, crunch those abdominals, leave the ball, and fold forward into those hamstrings. We're working towards those hamstrings here, guys. So slowly start to peel back. So here's the glitch, is those balls move, totally move. So when you roll back, you're going to have to grab it now, put it in that upper back, let yourself go over, make 11s come up, exhale, fold all the way forward. And then vertebrae by vertebrae, roll back, grab that ball. Mine's running away completely. Put it between the shoulder blades, open it up. Inhale, cervical nod, big breath out, exhale, fold and come forward, and then stack your spine to tall. Grab hold of that ball, scoot yourself forward a bit, and gently bring yourself down to your back. We're going to place the ball underneath the tailbone sacrum, so have it high enough that if I felt my butt, it'd be in line with the ball. So if I'm here and I'm arching over it, as lovely as this is for a little bit of pelvic tilting and a little bit of stretch in the lower back, it's not where I want to be for the exercise for my toe taps. So I want to bring it a little farther down so it's in line with my butt cheeks. Then I'm going to find a slightly supported spine, knee fold one leg, don't bring it right into your chest, knee fold the other, and have a little bit of space between your legs. From here, I'm going to start a very gentle toe tap without losing my rib-hip connection. So if I'm sure I've got my rib-hip, I can flare my elbows off. Maybe my arms can come up. Maybe both arms go over the head as one leg goes down. Remember on this that there's a tendency to pull the non-moving leg in closer to your chest. Keep it like a brick wall away from your chest. Still working for you. Stretch that leg out into long and bring it in. And exhale. So I pretty much faithfully will always do toe taps at some point in time. Just such a fabulous stabilization exercise. And you can take it to so many levels. So let's do that. So double toe tap, counting down in 4, 3, maybe you touch, maybe you don't, 2, and 1, and bring it up, 2, 3. Watch not arching the back as you open. Go down, 2, zip up a little tighter, 3, 4, and lift, 2. Working for you, you can straighten the legs, right? So I'm going to go out. I flex my feet, 2, 3, long. We're loaded in the spine here, and then unload as you slowly fold it in. One more of whatever you chose that was challenging for you. 4, 3, don't let the back arch, 2, control that core, and pull in, 2, 3, beautiful, 4. Feet go down. Move the ball a little bit farther out, away from your torso. And then slowly bring one leg up, bring the other, and you'll be rounded now in the lower half. If you're okay, but a little bit tight, you're going to grab here for happy baby. If you can make peace fingers, grab your big toes and pull down, go ahead. If you've got enough range of motion to grab those feet as well as gorilla arms, go ahead and grab those feet and give a little happy baby here. So your hips are nice and open. That lower back is in a slight flexion position, and we're just breathing here. So we are going to transition this to hip lift toe tap or rollovers. You may or may not need the ball. You'll find out pretty fast. Go ahead and slowly bring one leg down safely, then the other, and bring that ball back into that. When you touch down, it's by glute and ball is one long line. So from here, hands are going to stay down. I'm going to find a supported spine, knee fold one, knee fold the other, cross the legs. So the hip lift is just going to bring the knees into our chest and lift up a little bit. So all you're going to do is just really unweight the ball slightly, uncross your feet, toe tap, cross the other ankle on top, hip lift, uncross, toe tap. So if that hip lift, cross, toe tap is a challenge for you, stay there. Otherwise, pencil your legs together, reach your legs out, and we're going roll over. Inhale up, and then with a big breath out, exhale, roll over, grab that ball so you don't lose it equally with both hands, and then vertebrae by vertebrae, roll down. You got to make sure that ball is in that perfect spot, and then reach those legs away. Inhale up, hold on to the ball as you leave it, exhale over. If you're okay, let your feet tap. Open the legs a little bit, laterally rotate them slightly. Roll down till your tailbone anchors on your ball. My legs are open. I'm going to circle out and away. Inhale up, exhale over. Now, as you go over on this one, if you don't need the ball, remove it. Touch down, laterally rotate, peel down vertebrae by vertebrae, really controlling your spine, and then circle away. And your last one for challenge is arms over the head. Inhale up, exhale over, little tap down, open the legs, vertebrae by vertebrae, peel that spine down, anchor that tailbone, circle it away, and fold those knees in. Beautiful. Go ahead and you can take that bone, just put it underneath your neckline if you want, just so you don't lose it. Windshield washer your hips from left to right. Just let those legs have a little recovery from that rollover. Inhale, exhale. We are going to go to a little bit of shoulder bridge, hip rolls, and then single leg work. So if you know your back is a little miffy or a little tight, stretch out one leg and give me that rotational stretch. Just because that QL and those back muscles on the unilateral pattern of bridge really have to kick in to stabilize. So it gets a little rotation there. Try and relax your bottom butt cheek. Slowly come back. If you need to hold it longer, do so. Straighten out your opposite leg. Bring that knee in, opposite hand onto the knee, and roll it over. Look over the opposite direction. Let your back feel some twisting here. Couple nice little breaths. And then slowly come back to center. So ball is totally optional here. If you tend to hamstring cramp quite easily, don't use the ball, or use it, and as soon as you start to feel cramping, get rid of it. So I'm putting the ball right in between my pubic bone. So it's right in the center. And then I'm going to bring my heels in line with my pubic bone and rest my arches over the ball. So don't kind of push your heel into it. If you do this, your calves, and you're going to be wobbly all over the place. So you just want to fold that foot over. And then if you're able to, you're going to squeeze those thighs together. Hands to the ground, slightly supported spine, push into those hips and draw them up. So from here, we're going to keep bridge. And we're just going to lower lift, finding the glutes. This is a really unstable position because you're moving around on that ball. But if you're able to get those arms up, I'm going to go elbow down and hip and elbow off. So the hips lower, the elbows lower, and then exhale and squeeze. Let's go 4. Exhale, squeeze that booty as you lift up. And 3. Exhale up. Bum is going up and down if you can. 2. And lift. And 1, stay in the up, bring the hands down for a bit of support, open your legs into butterfly and lower your bum so it just touches, and then squeeze your knees up as you bring your knees together and your torso lifts. Lower, squeeze and lift. Try and get those inner thighs right together, finding those adductors now, waking up a little bit. Let's go 4 more and lift. Little butterflies of the legs. 3 more, open and close. And 2 more. Nice, you guys. And 1 on the up. Push those knees right together. Squeeze your butt cheeks and pulse up. 5. If you can, get rid of your arms. 4, 3, 2, 1. Open the legs. Hinge that down. Pull that ball in, so you're just holding it with one arm, and go ahead and just paddle out those legs. Just give them a little recovery. We're going to go to single leg work. Again, if you're crampy, don't use the ball. Bring your feet in tight towards your bum, your heels close to your bum, and then you're going to take that ball and you're going to line it up right with your, I'll do this leg first, right with my sit bone, right? And then I move it out just a little bit to find my foot on it. Now I'm going to push down and lift up to find my position with both feet on the ground initially. Well, one on the ball, one on the ground. Find your ribs nice and square, a little bit of supported spine, hands down, and then lift that knee and lower. Now, if you can't lift the knee, lift the heel. Just lift the heel. The pelvis is not moving. If you're okay with this, lift the knee. Still okay, hands come off. So you're just supporting on the elbow. Now, if that's still working, you're going to reach the opposite arm to the sky. So I reach my opposite arm as that leg comes off. Go 4, squeeze the booty, lift your hips up. 3, remember you don't have to use the ball. And 2. And now keep everything reaching up. Squeeze this glute and lift up small. Squeeze, squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Foot goes down, hips go down. Beautiful. Sneak the ball in, slide your tailbone just onto it. Keep your leg, you were not working on the ground, stretch out your working leg. Just bring it up. Now, if this feels comfortable, you can straighten out your base leg and just stretch into that little hamstring a bit. Again, too deep, keep this bottom leg bent for stability. If you can point and flex on the foot, fabulous. Inhale, exhale, release it out. Use a band if you feel too tight in the hamstrings, you guys, right? Bands are always an option. And then bend your knee and bring that back to the floor. So now we're going to lift the bum, take the ball out, and now we're going to line it up with your opposite hip. So you're lining up with your sits bones, and then just push it out enough that your foot goes on it, if you're choosing the ball. Now press your sole of the foot into the ball, and then lift. So I haven't lifted my leg off yet. I find my balance point, and then rib hip, slightly supported, lift and lower. So my hands completely down and out to the side is more supportive. My hands reaching parallel to my body is a little more difficult. My forearm off is a little more difficult. And then once I've got it, my opposite arm to the leg is going to reach and come down. So opposite arm to the moving leg. Rib, hip, hip, square. 5. Squeeze that butt. Lift those hips. 4. Awesome, you guys. 3. Breathe out as you reach to the sky. And 2. And last one. Keep everything reaching. Squeeze that booty. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Foot goes down. Butt comes down. Slide that ball back into the sacrum. And then extend that working leg up. Point and flex on the foot here a little bit. This leg on the floor can be bent, or you can stretch the hip flexor by lengthening it away. And just point and flex to that front foot. Feel that stretch in the hammy. Again, you can use a stretch strap, right? If this is too difficult to get into it. Inhale, exhale. And then slide your long leg back underneath you for support and bring your other leg down. Lift those hips, sneak that out, peel your spine all the way down. Knee fold one, knee fold the other, roll it up, and we're going to go into side lateral, but I want you right on the edge of your mat. I forgot this mat is not very cushiony. It's like a little hard on the body. Next time I'm going to use my other mat. It's a great mat because it doesn't move anywhere, but it has no love to it. Go ahead and bottom leg can be bent. We're doing side leg lift series. I can do it bent, I could do it anchored, I could do it reaching, or a little harder, I put that ball out on my outside lateral malleolus and I push down on it, right? And then I'm going to stack my hips one on top of the other. From here, let your head lie long, fingertips touch or off. It is quite a bit more difficult when you've got that leg on the ball, so you might have to hold your fingertips down. And let's do side leg lift series 1. With this movement, watch you're not rolling back onto your booty, right? So my knee is facing forward, my big toe is facing you. If anything, I lead a little bit with my heel coming up first. So there's almost a small amount of internal rotation. And your bottom leg is long and reaching. Now go into side leg series 2, find your circles. Again, if you can get that hand off, do so. You might have to slow down your movement. Let's go 2 more. I'm all over the board today, so I'm keeping my hand down. And then go ahead and circle the other way. Try not to roll back on your butt like a kickstand. Go 3 more. Draw your abs in, shoulders down. 2 and 1. Now, little change here. As I come around, I'm going to roll my front foot forward and trap that ball between my feet, spin it. So now I've got it between my ankle bones on the inside, and I'm lifting and lowering. Let's go 5 and 4. Squeeze that ball. 3, unless of course your dog wants it. 2 and 1. Now pulse up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pull your knees in, but push your heels towards your bum. So my heels are lined up with my sits bones, and my knees can stack. Tendency is to have the bottom leg longer than the top one. Stack your hips, and then just give me internal, external rotation. So when I go down and I touch the knees, I'm actually internally rotating the hip because that ball is bringing my back hip or my back heel higher. Go 3 more and go 2, little clamshell here. And last one. Now leave that down, stretch those legs out. Stretched out is harder. If you want to keep them in, I'm going to show you the modified first. The modified first would be ball between the knees. I'm going to show you this first. If you have the ball between your feet, you're going up for a teaser, right? Side sit-up teaser. So I'm going to scoop. My feet are going to go to the floor, and I'm going to find a sit-up here. Or full teaser. Yeah, you've got it. You've got it, Kylie. And then roll and come all the way back down. So that's my first option. Second option, my ball's between the legs. My knees are still bent. I'm going to scoop. I'm going to come up a little higher, but maybe I keep my knees bent. And then I roll and I come back down. My last level is reaching everything long. Scoop off your back, pull your rib hip in tighter, float this up, and then reach. Arms can come higher to make it harder. And then we scoop as we roll all the way right back onto that hip. Inhale here. Exhale, scoop, scoop, scoop. Choose whatever's challenging you nicely, you guys. Reach, inhale up. This makes it harder. And then float to come down. I keep seeing this little fur ball run in front. And then one more time. Exhale, scoop, squeeze those inner thighs. And reach. And then bring it all the way down. Now on this one, everyone's coming up because we're going to move into Mermaid. So come up part way. Grab the ball, and then switch those legs into that Mermaid. So however you can, come on up into your Mermaid. Just place the ball kind of in between your thighs. Reach the arm and give me a side lateral opposite of your front leg. Rotate it down. Bring it back to side lateral. Reach it long. Rotate around. This hand can grab the ball and either goes here beside you, in the small of your back, or reaching long. And then your back leg is going to kick the plantar. Your back leg is going to extend out if you want it to. So I'm going to reach and lift. Reach and lift. Let's go 4. Now, if this is feeling good, you could leave that back leg there and come up this way with your back leg staying straight. A little more aggressive. 2 more. And go 1, and lift, come down halfway, pull that all in, and sit tall. Let's swing the legs all the way over to the other side, that whole sequence on the other side. So remember, if you're not using the ball, you can have this knee bent, anchored, reaching down, or scooch that ball underneath the outside of your ankle bone and then roll straight onto the side of your body. So imagine there's a little guide wire on this front hip pulling you forward. Don't roll back on your booty. And then when you're ready, zipper up those abdominals and lift lower. So if I'm looking straight forward, I can't see my leg in my peripheral vision, right? I don't want to have it piked forward. When I go to my circles, I get to see it. But right now it's extending right out as if I'm between two planes of glass. Go 2 more. Don't roll back on your booty. 1 more. You might need your hand down. Give me some circles. Give me some nice little circles. Let's go 4, 3, 2, activate your bottom leg, you guys, find energy in it. Go the other direction. Try not to let it bend. Now, if you need to for stability, that's okay. But ideally, we want to try and straighten that leg out fully. 1 more time. And then as it goes behind, your front leg goes forward, and we're going to trap that and spin to bring it around, right? Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Finding those obliques a bit. Don't push too hard down into your hand. Think of relaxing your neckline in your hand and use your oblique muscles to assist that little lift. 2 more and 1. Now pulse it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pull your knees forward a little bit, but bend your heels so that lines up with your sits bones. So my heels are in line with my sits. And here I'm going to line up my knees so they're stacked on top and then lift and lower. Try to imagine a wall right behind your back. So when you open the hip, don't roll backwards and roll forwards. Just move the hip. Let's go 4 and 3. Continue your breath. Get that little glute squeeze. 2 and 1. And now I'm going to start with that modified teaser. So if you remember the side setup teaser, you can go to the full one right away. I'm going to bring my knees, the ball between my knees. I'm going to scoop off my pelvis. And my first point is just finding myself into a half curl, right? And then I scoop and I come back down. Then I take the feet, the ball to the ankle bone. Don't let your knees collapse. Scoop, and maybe I'm still just coming to here, not rolling up yet. And then lengthen long. If the roll up feels good, you can do it with bent legs. I'm going to press, come all the way up. My knees are going to stay bent. And then I fold down or fully long, right? Scoop the abdominals, get a little pike going, float it up, reach a little harder. The arms come to the ears, and then we float that arm down and lengthen. We've got 3 more of whatever you chose here, guys. Scoop, come all the way up, big breath, arms up, and lengthen. And 2 more, really crunch the top abs to initiate that falling backwards sensation. Reach, arms come higher and come down. So if you're only doing a half sit up, I need you to come up this time because we're going to bend the knees and grab the ball. So we're going to come up, grab that ball, and then wiggle into our mermaid. So take your time, finding your hip nicely relaxed down. And the ball can just kind of place into your hips for now, right into your pelvis. Grab your ankle, give me lateral flexion, and then rotate back to lateral. Come all the way out. Rotate, and I'm going to use that ball on my non-dominant hand. So most of the weight is going into this elbow. This hand is barely pushing down. If it feels good, I'll go small of back. Still feels good, I'll reach it long, and then I can start to add that leg extension, right? So if I want to, I can keep the leg reaching as I come up. So I'm going to go down and come up. Let's go 4. That leg can stay out there straight if you want to, you guys. 3, lift your heart. We're moving into some extension work. 2 more and lift. Last 1 and lift. Come part way down and sneak out of there. So we're going to lie down onto our bellies. Go ahead and rotate all the way onto your tummy, and the ball is going into basically the xiphoid process. So if you're using a harder ball, not a great idea to put it in the xiphoid. I'm assuming everyone's got a nice squishy ball. If you're using a hard one, just do this regular on the floor. So Sphinx position, same concept that we had before, but the ball is sort of an awareness tool now. So if you feel yourself just kind of lackadaisical into that ball, press into your hands and lift. So the ball's there, but you're not relaxed into the ball. Reach the legs, open as comfortable, draw your shoulders down, bring your chin parallel to the floor, and you might actually be able to find this much nicer than you did at the very start of the class. Couple inhales, exhales, open that heart. 2 more breaths. 1 more, and we're going to transition into our breaststroke. So I just want you to open your elbows to the side and let yourself float down. Let your head go forward here. As it goes forward, our arms are to the side. And then I'm going to dive into the water nice and low, like I'm kind of going forward into the water. Legs have a small lateral rotation. Bring your pinkies to your thighs. Come up into your breaststroke. Bring your thumbs to your shoulders. Exhale, dive. So if you want a bit more extension, you can move a little farther forward on that ball. Come all the way around. Lift the heart. Thumbs to shoulders. Draw those abs in. Exhale, dive. So flexion. Come all the way around, lengthen into your extension, not just your neck, right? Abs pulled in, thumbs to shoulders, and dive. Still working for you. You can lift the legs. So I'm coming all around, squeeze glutes, squeeze hams, reach, everything's active. Hold thumbs to shoulders, legs are still reaching, and then dive. 2 more. Bring it all the way around, squeeze, reach, lift, retract the shoulders back. Thumbs to shoulders and dive. 1 last one for me, gang. Come all the way around, squeeze and lift. Hold thumbs to shoulders and release. Go ahead and push back into either a wide position down and flat or round back if that's what's kind of needed. And I'm just pushing the ball in between my legs so I just don't lose it. And then I'm putting my head down to my hands. Give a little back and forth. Kind of iron out the wrinkles a little bit. Inhale, exhale, and then we are going to come back into that nice long extension position again. We're going to go into our true swan here. We won't use the ball for this, you guys. So go ahead and just put that ball gently off to the side. Kind of trap it so it doesn't get caught underneath you. Mine's not trapping. Stay put. And then pull all the way forward again. Find a lateral rotation so your big toes are reaching to the side of the mat. And you feel you're in the center. Bring your hands down beside you. Draw your abs in nice and tight. Push the marble with your nose, and then lengthen up. Draw into that swan. Big inhale, stay out of your shoulders, and then lengthen as you come down. Think long in your spine each time, you guys. Push that marble, lengthen, draw up into that powerful extension. And then gently come down. So we're going to do swan dive 3. So we're going to lengthen up. Keep that nice strong position. On this one, you won't come all the way down. You'll bend your elbows, but stay lengthened. Now, as you slowly come down, squeeze one leg, squeeze one glute, and lift it. So don't come right to neutral. Stay a little lifted. And then come back up. And then slowly come down. You come maybe 3/4 of the way down, and then you squeeze and lift the opposite leg. So you're doing a little extension there of the legs, and then lengthen up. And one more time on each. Squeeze the glute, reach the leg, and open, and lift up. Last time for me, you guys. And come gently down, squeeze the glute, reach the leg, come all the way up. And roll it all the way down. Push back into that child's pose. Whatever feels comfortable for you as a recovery. Take a couple inhales, exhales. If you don't need to round the back, go ahead and sit tall. Open that chest. Roll those shoulders. So we're going to transition into a little bit of cat-cow to thigh stretch. I'm going to roll up my mat. This is not a very forgiving floor. And I forgot how hard it was. I'm going to roll that up. So I have a little love on my knees when I do this. All right, so if you know you've got anything underneath you that's just a little harder or your mat's not great, roll it up so you're not pressing into your knees too deep. And then we're going to grab that ball. So we're going to start with cat-cow. and then do our little thigh stretch. So go ahead and roll it down vertebrae by vertebrae. Start to push out the ball, and then press both hands into the ball. Now, if your shoulders don't like this, use a roller so you can go wider on your arms, and then press, or just do a regular cat-cow. Drop into that cow position, then drop your tailbone heavy, roll it up, leave the ball between your legs on this first one, find a rib hip, lean back in your quad, and then if you're okay with it, lift the heart. Little thigh stretch. Bring the heart back in, bring the quads back in, find the ball. Cat-cow, roll it out. Try not to sit down. Try and tuck your tailbone and find that articulation. Lengthen it out. Big breath here, you guys. Exhale, drop your tailbone heavy. Vertebrae by vertebrae, roll it up. If you want to bring up the ball, you can. And I'm just going to take the ball into one hand. Rib, rib, hip, hip, square. Ball's not super heavy, so it's not going to make a big difference. But go ahead and open the chest if you're okay with it. Slowly come up. Pull yourself all the way up. One last one. Cat-cow down. Lengthen it out. Big breath. Drop that tailbone heavy. Curl vertebrae by vertebrae. Maybe the ball goes in the opposite hand this time. Little supported spine. Lean back with your quad. And then go ahead and extend through your thoracic. Open those arms. Bring that up with control. And hinge at your hips. Beautiful. Sneak that ball off so it's out of your way. Walk yourself forward. If your mat is wrapped, just give it a little unfold. Curl the toes and let's come up into our down dog, guys. So lengthen up. Feel that stretch. I'm going to move my feet away and just paw at the feet. Just feeling, oh, crack, crack, pop, pop. Holy cow. And I'm just pushing those heels down. Shoulders are away from my ears still. Inhale, exhale as I'm just pawing through that. Feel the stretch. And then walk your feet in just a little bit. Walk your hands to your feet in 4. Try not to do this on your fingertips. Bend your knees and get your palm down, right? If you need to bend the knees. Come all the way in. Heel toe a little wider. Bend the knees and give me that rag doll. So if that's a little tight on the back or too heavy on the back in the inverted position, elbows to your quads. If you're okay with it, let your spine just dangle. Look through your legs. Elongate from the neck. Oh, a couple really big breaths, you guys. And then very slowly peel vertebrae by vertebrae all the way up to tall. Find yourself in tall. Take a big inhale at the very top. Give me an extension. Exhale, hands down, center heart. Go the reverse direction. Open, dive backwards, circle around. Take your hands, spread out your fingers, pull your palms back. Reach. Bring it all the way through. Give a little roll of those shoulders, a little no of the neckline. And we are done.